Tell me if you've been in this situation before. You're having lunch or dinner with your colleagues, family, or friends, and they're talking about the things you do for fun. Everyone else is beyond happy to share their interests. You hear things like rock climbing, hiking, walking the dogs, arts and crafts. Eventually, you're the center of attention. What do you enjoy, they ask? And you pause. Maybe you enjoy exploring the endless skies of Hyrule and Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe you enjoy catching Pokemon to fill out the Pokedex in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Maybe you enjoy building gigantic castles or cozy mountain lodges in Minecraft. Regardless of what the game is, you know that you really enjoy playing it. You might also work out, you might also play music or cook, you might have other hobbies in your life. But they aren't the leading contestants in the running, if you know what I mean. Yet, when it comes time for you to give your answer, you don't mention the former. At no point during that conversation, nor later into the dinner, or lunch for that matter, do you bring up your virtual adventures. This scenario has happened to me many times in my life. Regardless of who it is that I'm with, I'll hesitate to talk about my interests. It's possible that, for some of you, the reason behind this is different than what I'm about to say. But for the majority, I'm pretty sure it's because we're embarrassed that we play video games. Let me give you my side of this to explain to you why I think this is the case. For one, I worry too much about what others think of me. I attribute it to me being introverted, though I'm pretty sure this also happens to extroverts too. I've worked towards getting myself out of that mindset. This channel and all of its lovely videos that you should subscribe for, by the way, are proof of that. But old habits die hard. I fear embarrassing myself. I fear placing myself in a position where others might think less of me. In most situations, that never ends up being the case. Yet, as I end up overanalyzing and overinterpreting everything as fallout, I end up doing more harm than good. For two, for some reason, I sometimes feel like video games are looked down upon. I remember that while I was in middle school through high school, everyone always seemed to be talking about sports, academics, or extracurriculars. "Oh Tyler, how's your soccer practice going?" Or, "Oh Mary, how are your grades?" It never felt like there was ever any room to talk about how cool it was that Heart Gold and Soul Silver put you through a stock footage cutscene as Arceus created a baby god for you. Or how terrifying the Flood was in Halo 2, and how we shouldn't allow sentient alien species to wipe out humanity. It didn't help that the media pushed this image of the glasses-wearing snotty nerd, or the misled belief that video games are a waste of time and bad for your health. I mean, yeah, I did used to be a glasses-wearing snotty nerd with some video game choices I regret, but that's besides the point. You watch a lot of early 2000 movies, the era I grew up during, and you understand what I mean. If you're anything like me, or you're going through a similar process, let me state this firmly and clearly. Don't worry about either of those things. Really. Again, I will at times. I'm not perfect and neither are you, so you shouldn't beat yourself over it if the thought pops up into your mind. But I'll reiterate that I'm making the effort to not do it as much, and I want you to do the same. For one, don't overthink what other people see in you. If they genuinely care about you, they won't judge you for whatever you like. They'll be supportive of you instead, welcoming those things that make you unique with open arms. The people that aren't, you can still try to work things out with them. I've had relationships where we didn't always agree on everything, yet things did work out in the end. But if not, remember that these people are not and should not be an end-all be-all for who you are. Not everyone is going to agree with you in life, and you just have to accept that. It is a bit daunting, I know, but I promise you'll get used to it. And on the topic of video games being looked down upon, whether it's true or false, don't let that get to you. It's clear you enjoy whatever it is you enjoy for a deep-seated reason. There's no logic in rejecting them because others told you not to. One of my fondest memories as a kid was waking up early on the weekends to boot up my 3DS and explore the Unova region in Pokemon White. I still remember battling my friends in Super Smash Bros. Melee using Samus during our high school lunches. My point being, I've met so many people and made so many long-lasting memories through each and every game I've played. Why would I throw any of that away? In your case, whatever it is that you enjoy, why should you be embarrassed? Because others might not like it? No. Embrace it. Be proud of it. In the end, don't be embarrassed to play video games. I hope this helps one of you out there.